Hello, we're going to read the text Whooping Cranes in Danger today. If you haven't done so already, please pause the video and make sure that you have open Whooping Cranes in Danger. Have that open, please, on your computer. You need to follow along as I read the story aloud. That'll help you to better comprehend or understand the text. Now that you have it open on your computer or device, or maybe even just the printed version, we're going to go ahead and read this together. Whooping cranes in danger. You guys ever heard of a whooping crane before? I really like how big the photograph is on these 2 pages because the photograph, which is a text feature, helps me to better picture and understand what a whooping crane is. Maybe I didn't know what that was before, so it helps me to understand it's some kind of bird. It's a really big looking bird, actually. Whooping cranes in danger. What does danger mean? Is it a good word, good meaning, or bad meaning? Yeah, it's not a good meaning, right? Danger means it's not safe. Something about it is not safe. Something bad can maybe happen to it. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with the whooping crane. If I wanted to, I could kind of go to the other pages and I could look at those photographs as well. Oh, I look at the next page. Look at the baby whooping crane. It looks so cute. That's interesting. Look at page 175. Okay. Whoop, whoop. All right, see now that looks like a baby, but that looks like a human, and that looks like a hand puppet, sock puppet. That's kind of weird. Wow, this is interesting. So, why are these people with these whooping cranes, and what are they doing with them? And why are they in danger? Do you have any guesses? Why are the whooping cranes maybe not safe? You know, when I was looking at those pages, it was just the baby whooping cranes. Did they somehow get separated from their mothers? Let's read to find out. I'm going back to page 173. Please be sure to follow along as I read aloud. There are many types of heroes. Superheroes in comics catch bad guys. Astronauts risk their lives to explore space. Doctors devote their careers to finding cures for dreadful diseases. Our story has heroes too. Scientists and their helpers are saving the whooping cranes. Whoopers need help. Long ago, whooping cranes lived all over North America. Okay, so we know where they're located. They're in North America. That's where they're from. Then people started hunting them. Farmers and builders took over the marshes these birds called homes. Whoopers were losing the resources they needed. Okay, so we're kind of finding out why they're in danger. One, people were what? Hunting them. Okay, like killing them for fun. Maybe to eat them. And then two, where they lived in a place called a marsh, that home was not being kept safe anymore. People were building and farmers were building on their homes. They didn't have a place to live. By 1941, whoa, by 1941, only 15 whooping cranes were left in the world. That's crazy. Only 15. That's like the size of our class right now. That's really, really small. It looked as if they could die out forever, like no more whooping cranes. Some people refused to let this happen. The government reserved land for these cranes to live on. Hunters could not enter this wildlife refuge. Okay, so basically the government stepped in and said, okay, we're going to keep these animals safe. We're going to give them a piece of land that's going to be a safe place. It's a refuge, a safe place. So a wildlife refuge is a safe place for wild animals to live freely without fear that any humans will harm them, and it's protected to be kept safe. Scientists guarded this tiny flock in Texas. 70 years later, its population has grown to 200 birds. Wow, 15 to 200. But one flock is not enough. A disease or storm could wipe it out completely. Scientists decided to create a new flock in Wisconsin. Does anyone know where Wisconsin is? I think we might have someone in the class that knows. Two groups of birds are safer than one. Okay, I really wish I had a map at the moment. So, activate United States map. All right, so these birds, where are they located? Yes, these birds are located in North America. Now, one of them is in Texas. One of them is in Wisconsin. So they're in North America. Who in our class lives in North America? Mrs. Bond and, yeah, Anya. I think Anya knows where Wisconsin is. We should ask Anya later when we see her again. All right. SafeSearchKids.com. I need a search engine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, share my screen. Perfect. Okay. All right, map of United States of America. I'm entering my keywords. I don't really want to read about the United States of America. I really just want a map. Okay, now I could just click on these. I could just go to images, actually. This will just give me the picture I want to see quickly. I like how colorful this one is. I guess all of them are really colorful. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do that. Just want the map. Oh, it's an old one. Oh, Mrs. Bond. So she didn't go to a great map. All right. That has a domain of .edu. Oh, there you go. I should have used a more credible domain. Okay, so let's look at this. Here's Texas. Texas is south. Wisconsin. I've heard they have good cheese. Where's Wisconsin? You guys see it? Okay, well, Texas is in the south. Wisconsin is northeast. So here. So they're going to have some whooping cranes. Well, the whooping cranes were here in Texas. Now they're going to have the whooping cranes come here to Wisconsin. So there's two different flocks, one in the south, one in the north, in the land of cheese, Wisconsin. I'm going to stop sharing. We're going to continue with the reading. Okay, so this is a plan. Two birds of flocks, or two groups of birds, are safer than one. 175, a tough problem. Building a new flock of whoopers is harder than it seems. These cranes are born up north. Okay, which state was north? Was that the Wisconsin state or Texas? Wisconsin was north, Texas was south. So they're born up north normally. Then they migrate, they move south in fall to avoid the cold winter. In spring, they fly back north for the summer. Who says birds aren't smart? Scientists had a big problem to solve. They couldn't just grab some whoopers from the first flock to start a new one. When returning north, adult birds will only go back to the place they were born. Okay, interesting. So they couldn't use adult birds because they'll only go back to where they were born. So all members of the second flock had to be born in the new spot. Wow, it's interesting. How could that happen? Who would their parents be? Because we know you need like a mom and a dad parent, right? To have a kid, to have a baby. A clever solution. 11 eggs were about to hatch in spring of 2001. Who was alive in 2001? I was. How old was I in 2001? I was in fourth grade. 11 eggs are about to hatch in spring of 2001. Their parents are ready to welcome these chicks to the world. Their puppet parent, that is. Oh, so that's what the photograph means. A puppet parent. Parents. That's interesting. So I look at the photograph, and then I look at the caption. The caption explains the photograph. This puppet takes the place of this whooping crane's chick's mother. That's interesting. So it's like pretending to be the mother. Okay, 176. Scientists had to raise the chicks, but the whoopers weren't supposed to get used to people. Oh, yeah. The birds needed to be wild to stay safe, so humans pretended to be whooping cranes. What? They had to pretend to be a bird or a whooping crane. Who would do that? Who thinks they could pretend to be a bird? You'd have to do it for a while. They wore white costumes to hide their faces and bodies. They wore puppets on their arms to deal with the chicks. The caretakers never spoke near the birds. They talked to the chicks by playing tapes of real whooping cranes. They also had real whoopers in the refuge. The chicks needed to know what actual grown-up whooping cranes looked like. Okay, interesting. So they had real adults in the refuge in that safe place, but not the parents. But then the humans kind of dressed like a whooping crane and had the arm of the head of a whooping crane to look like the parent. Caretakers used the puppets to teach the chicks the same skills that real parents would, like how to eat, right? That stuff. The puppets showed them where to swim and where to sleep. They even taught the chicks how to get along with other cranes. The puppets could teach most things, but they couldn't teach the chicks to fly. Yeah, so how are they going to teach them how to fly? Okay, so look at this photograph at the bottom. A photograph is a text feature. And then the caption is a text feature too. It explains the photograph. Scientists use puppets to train the babies how to eat and drink and where to find the right kind of food. Well, last page, 177. The biggest parent of them all. Pilots of ultralight planes could do the job. They put on their costumes and got to work. At first, the plane just rolled across the ground. A pilot played a special crane call, which meant, "Come on, follow me." That's exactly what the chicks did. Of course, the treats given out by the pilot's puppet helped a lot. As days passed, the plane sped up. The chicks did too. Flapping their wings helped them go faster. It also made their wings stronger. At last, they ran fast enough and flapped hard enough. And up they went. Soon the cranes were flying almost every day. They had to. Fall was coming. They had to be strong enough to migrate more than 1,200 miles to, not Texas, another southern state called Florida. Okay, so really quick, I'll share with you where Florida is. Okay, so the birds were born in Wisconsin. They weren't going to fly to Texas. Nope. These birds were going to fly to Florida, which is south. That's where Disney World is, by the way. But they were going to go fly down here. Okay, at this time, you can finish doing the worksheet for this part 1 of whooping cranes. Tomorrow we'll find out if they survived their flight to Florida or not.